Warmer neutrals and earth tones are trending for 2026. How do we know which colors those are? Hi everyone, it's interior designer Carol Gilman. Let's discover interior design. In this video, we are going to take a look at the color theory behind those new groups of colors that are trending for 2026. We're going to take a look at what are colors that are considered to be neutral colors. We are also going to take a look at what are warmer versions of neutral colors and cooler versions of neutral colors, and also take a look at what are earth tone colors. So the first group that we'll take a look at is warmer neutrals. And we love neutral colors because they provide a really nice backdrop to our rooms as well as to other furnishings in our home. But there is a new direction in 2026 where we are seeing more warmer versions of neutral colors. So first thing, let's just talk about what are neutral colors. I consider neutral colors to be everything from beiges and tans and browns to white, black, and gray. And when you are looking at paint colors, for example, most likely you'll see neutral colors listed as tans, beiges, and browns because they're kind of two different types of groupings. Because those tans, beiges, and browns originate from purer colors. They've been kind of grayed out with other colors added to those pure colors where the color is less saturated, more neutralized. So the color brown, for instance, may start out from being a very pure orange color, but when other colors are added to it, it tones down that color and creates more of a less saturated neutral version of that original color. White and black, on the other hand, come from different types of white colors and different types of black colors. And the color gray is a mix of white and black. So neutral colors can be anything from different types of whites, blacks, grays, and even tans and browns and beiges. And those colors are great because they almost provide a neutral backdrop and can go with other colors. Then how do we know if a neutral color is warmer or cooler? Well, what we're talking about is color temperature. And let's take a look at a color wheel to help describe what that means. On this color wheel, which is just a basic color wheel, just including 6 different basic colors, we'll notice that there are reds and yellows and oranges on one side and then blues, greens, and purples on the other. We can divide that color wheel in half and mention that the colors on the right side, those yellows, oranges, and reds, in general are considered warmer colors, while the colors on the other side, the blues, purples, and greens, are considered cool colors. But what does that mean? Well, when a color is either a warmer version or a cooler version, we are talking about color temperature. And this is just an interesting thing that we pick up on. We will notice that certain colors have a warmer look and feel to us, or certain colors will have a cooler look and feel to us. And so that means that color will look and feel differently depending on if it's warmer or cooler. And in general, a color that has a little bit of yellow added to it will create a warmer version of that color, whereas a color that has a little bit of blue in it will create a cooler version of that color. So when we're talking about warmer neutrals, we are going to move away from maybe very cool, stark whites that have kind of a blue undertone, or even grays that have more of a bluish, cooler undertone, or even beiges and browns that may lean towards more of a cooler look, to warmer versions. So softer and warmer creams and whites, warmer versions of gray, and then of course even warmer beiges, browns, and tans. And a great example of this is Sherwin-Williams' color of the year, which is universal khaki, which is described as a warm neutral. So we love neutral colors already for our home, but warming them up just a bit helps our homes to feel even cozier, more relatable, and even more grounded and calming. And a couple ideas for you if you want to bring in warmer neutrals into your home. One thing to take a look at is if you have a room that faces north, the light that comes in from the north direction is usually a cooler light, meaning it'll have more blue in it. And if there's a room that maybe looks and feels a little bit cooler, we can maybe change things a little bit by adding a warmer neutral to the walls or even to the cabinets. And if you want to enhance the neutral colors that you have already going on in your home, at night, be sure to use warmer, more yellowy light bulbs. So look towards those color temperatures for light bulbs that are on the more yellowy spectrum compared to the light bulbs that are on the more blue type of light temperature. In addition to paint, we can also look to other materials that we can bring into our home to help warm up a room. That means choosing maybe a warmer stain color for a wood floor or bamboo flooring or cork flooring. And if we're going to change out our hardware or even our plumbing fixtures, we can look to those warmer versions to help us do that. Now let's take a look at earth tone colors. First thing is, what does that word tone mean? Well, tone has to do with a color that has been softened and kind of grayed down a bit. Gray has been added to that color to help kind of soften it down. In fact, we could even use another meaning of that word tone where the tone of that color is softer and more neutralized, to where it provides a calmer and more restful look. Then what are the earth tone colors? So if we know that tones are softer and calmer versions of colors, well, the earth part is that we are looking to nature for the inspiration of those colors. And we are thinking of the calmer version of different colors. So instead of very saturated reds, we would look towards more rust colors or terracotta. We would look towards softer yellows, maybe golden yellows. We would look towards browns and beiges and tans, maybe warm whites, and maybe there would be even some warm taupey colors. We would look towards muted and soft greens and blues. All of those colors are colors we would see around us in nature, but they're just the toned down version of those colors. A couple examples of earth tone colors that paint manufacturers are talking about this year include Benjamin Moore's soft terracotta color Southwest Pottery, or even Behr's green, which is called Hidden Gem. And both of those paint manufacturers have color trend palettes for 2026 that share warmer neutrals as well as these nice earth tone colors. And earth tone colors help us feel grounded and comfortable and create a relatable type of color palette in our home. Earth tone colors provide a nice soft way of bringing additional color into a room. And you can start small just by buying a new throw pillow or throw blanket, or maybe taking it a step further and painting bathroom cabinets, or maybe you have a shelving and cabinetry unit in a room and painting all of that wall in one of these new earth tone colors. So I'd love to find out from you, what do you think about these new color directions that are incorporating warmer neutrals and earth tones into our homes? So please share your opinion and share your ideas in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.